what are some of the reasons why people want to diet? Why you want to diet? Well, you're not feeling comfortable in your own skin, your clothes don't fit, you're tired of looking the way you do, you don't like what you see in the mirror. Your friend across the street, your neighbor, did a diet and it lost 50 pounds and you're jealous and you want to do the same. You're not feeling very attractive. You're feeling maybe that the way you look is sort of negatively impacting your work. You're not getting promotions. You know, your self-esteem is suffering because of how you look. You feel like maybe you're being judged because of maybe, you know, you have a few extra pounds. You know, you got the muffin top that you just cannot stand. You never had that before. So, you know, you really liked how you felt when you know, how you looked and how you felt when you were like in a certain size and you want to get back there. You feel like maybe your health is being challenged. Maybe you've got some sort of diagnosis. Your doctor said to you, you know, if you continue, you might, you know, have diabetes. You might develop diabetes just like your aunt did, your mother did, your father did. Perhaps, you know, you need to lose weight. Your doctor had told you need to lose weight because of your high blood pressure, your cholesterol level, or for whatever reason. So it's kind of, you're scared. So that's sometimes a motivation to go on a diet. So, you know, so these are like usually the reasons, and I'm sure you probably have more reasons, but those are sort of the common ones that I see, that I've been seeing for 20 years. So what are some of the programs that I see out there that are popular and maybe not as effective? So, and why they're not effective. Why they're not effective is they don't really address the whole person. They're formulaic. They're not really very individualized to a person. They're all about calories versus what's in those calories. You know, it's really important. We've gotten so used to counting calories and being overly concerned about fat grams and sugar grams and all of that. And that is a concern. However, when you stick to real food, fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, good quality animal protein, good fats and oils, when you nuts and seeds, you know, good healthy foods. When you stick to those, you shouldn't have to be counting calories. There's a interesting parallel I always make. The difference between a piece of chocolate cake and a piece of chicken. Now, calorically, the calories may be the same, but they're very different. Food contains information. The information that the chocolate cake is going to give your body is null. I mean, it actually robs you of health, versus what the chicken might do, or let's say, you know, 2 or 3 carrots. Maybe calorically they're not the same, but if it's a good healthy piece of chicken, that's going to turn up the health genes and turn down the disease genes, whereas the chocolate cake is going to turn up the disease genes and turn down the health genes. So you can't look at just calories alone, because it's very different. You got to look what's in those calories. What are those foods? What are those calories comprised of? That's more important. There are programs out there that take a very like boot camp approach, like, you know, it's a very harsh, do it, you know, like push, and it's very rigid and very harsh, I'd say harsh, and it's not really addressing, again, as I mentioned, I talk about this a lot, is it's not really looking at the core reason why a person, you know, gained weight in the first place. So that's really something that requires a little bit of time, a little bit of nurturing, a little bit of less of that aggressive approach. I think there's a time for, you know, pushing yourself, and I don't even like to use that word. I like to use the word nurturing. You really do need to nurture yourself and not beat yourself up, because that's one of the reasons that you're in this situation. You're beating yourself up, you're using food to beat yourself up some more, then you feel guilty, then you feel embarrassed, and it's this vicious cycle. So learning how to really take care of yourself and do exercises that you like, you enjoy, integrate that into your life rather than doing something that you just hate. And as soon as you're out of that boot camp, you're going to drop anyway. Just like healthy habits, as soon as you're out of that boot camp, you're going to lose those healthy habits again. So finding a way that works for you and who you are. So that's what's missing with a lot of programs. A lot of programs don't address hormonal challenges in a person. So that's something that needs to be addressed. There are different cycles in a person's life. Sometimes some hormones are higher and need to be higher for a certain reason. Like, a woman who is of a childbearing age, they want to have a certain amount of estrogen and progesterone and actually testosterone as well, so that they can have children. So this is important. Sometimes I see women come into my office and they're struggling with hormonal challenges, specifically estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, and we work on that. We help reduce some of their stresses in their lives. So we do a lot of stress management. A lot of programs out there don't address the emotional component of overeating or unhealthy eating, and that's what you need to do. And every program, there's no one size fits all. Everyone is very unique. And a lot of plans and approaches don't address lifestyle either. A person's life and their routines and their preferences and them as a whole person. The one thing that's really great that some programs do have is group support, and it's been shown that group support does help keep you on track. But it's only one of the pieces. There's all these other pieces that might be missing. So what does a healthy program look like? Well, a healthy program, you should be losing weight at a healthy rate. And you should, and what's a healthy rate? A lot of people ask me, how quickly should I lose weight? And I will first say that initially when you start losing weight, you're going to be losing a lot of water weight. So that's why the first 2 weeks it looks like you lost a lot of weight, but it's actually water weight. And it's significant. And then it tapers off 1 to 3 pounds, no more per week, no more than that. And if you are losing more, it's usually an indication that you're possibly losing muscle mass, which is not a good thing at all. That contributes to an issue, a condition called wasting. Don't want to be wasting. We want to be building. We want to be healthy and strong and be able to endure healthy exercise in our daily lives. So, and sometimes people don't lose weight on a weekly basis. They might be losing inches, which is a really good thing. That indicates that they're actually losing fat and not muscle. So that's another good indicator. You want to be using real foods. You want to be eating real foods, and really stay away from bags, boxes, packaged foods as much as possible. Sometimes you can't avoid that. So, but primarily 90% of the foods that you're consuming should be real, fresh, and whole. There has to be a detoxification element in a program. When you start eating healthy, you're going to be usually taking out some of the foods that are potentially toxic. You're going to be taking out things like, additives and things like the bags and the boxed foods that have a lot of ingredients that you don't need. I can't overemphasize how important eating whole, real, fresh is for you. The more vital the food is, the more life food has in it, the more life you will have as well. So you need a program you should not be starving when you're on a healthy eating program or a healthy weight loss program. You should feel hungry at appropriate times throughout the day, and you should be eating regularly every 3 to 4 hours, either a meal or a very small snack, healthy snack. A lot of people think that they have to stop eating in order to lose weight. Well, that is like really a bad idea, a very bad idea. You need to eat properly to lose weight. You need to eat and eat the right foods that burn calories. There's a thing called thermogenic foods. So if you eat a piece of chocolate or a piece of chocolate cake or a cookie or something like that, that actually will not have a thermogenic effect. However, if you eat a healthy food like an apple or a piece of lovely salmon, that actually require the body, in order to digest it, you are required to use energy to digest it. So you're actually burning calories just simply by eating that food. So that's a very good thing to consider when you're choosing good food. So you don't want to eliminate any major nutrient like a protein, a carbohydrate, or a fat ever in a program, in a healthy eating program. So consider healthy eating as your main goal, not just simply losing weight. That's really an important thing. A healthy eating program or a healthy weight loss program should simplify your life, not complicate it. Choosing simple things, real foods, they're everywhere. You should be able to find most healthy foods everywhere. You shouldn't be hungry, as I said. And a program designed specifically for you is customized to you. It's your program. So we develop that. We learn what works for you the longer we work together. Another thing that's really important with a healthy eating program is to address any possible food allergies or food sensitivities. Now, you may not have an outright allergy, but you might have a food sensitivity. And so by eliminating some of these potential sensitive types of or foods that a lot of people are sensitive to, we see, by reintroducing it, we see if you have a sensitivity. And you'll learn that too, but you'll see, by seeing, you might have some symptoms that come back, or you probably don't even know you are sensitive to them until we take them away and we add them back, and then you see something shift. Sometimes additional testing is required. Sometimes we have to do some hormonal testing. Sometimes we have to do some allergy testing or food sensitivity testing, or even hormone testing to see if there's something that we haven't addressed so far. So a lot of programs don't do that. A healthy eating program like we have it at Coaching for Health does do that. So also supplements are a very important part of a healthy eating program. I wish it were, if you ate a healthy diet, you get everything you need, but unfortunately that's not the case. Food isn't what it used to be. It's grown oftentimes in depleted soil. Our level of stress, our everyday stress, depletes us of necessary nutrients on an ongoing basis. So we have to replenish our body all the time. Ideally, 6 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Depending on your weight, a certain amount of protein and a certain amount of healthy fat. A lot of people have difficulty reaching that level on a daily basis, so that's why supplements are essential. So you want to put in science, wisdom, and individuality into a healthy eating program. That's really important, and so taking a scientific as well as a holistic approach really is the key. And that's it for a healthy eating program, and why diets don't work. Healthy eating programs and healthy weight management programs like the one I described do.